is News 3 Now at 10.
Thank you for joining us tonight. If you're exposed to COVID-19, you might get a call from someone you've seen recently, a public health contact tracer, or a simple notification from your phone.
The Wisconsin Exposure Notification app uses Bluetooth to detect if you've been near someone who has tested positive for COVID-19. Madeline O'Neill has new data on how much use it's been getting since its rollout and why privacy constraints can leave users with questions. Maddie?
Well, all you need for this contact tracing app is a smartphone. Since it rolled out in December, the state says that more than 1.2 million people in Wisconsin have chosen to use the app, and 50,000 people have put in their positive test results to let others know.
It's just something where I thought I've done everything I possibly could to not be exposed to COVID.
His phone
Comes across on your phone.
told him otherwise.
Just suddenly get a notification that was like isolate immediately is definitely a scary thing just to see on your phone.
Stephen Cohn is one of our own here, behind the scenes as a news producer.
This says right now, exposure logging status.
His phone was doing some behind the scenes work as well. Opted into the Wisconsin Exposure Notification app.
You've been exposed to COVID-19.
It uses Bluetooth technology to exchange anonymous signals with other nearby phones. If a user tests positive for COVID-19, they can send an alert to other phones they had been near for at least 15 minutes. Since late December, 52,000 positive test codes have been sent to close contacts.
Eventually, I found out you were exposed January 28th.
Cohn got the exposure notification on a Friday when he was working from home. He was later able to go into the app and figure out he was exposed around 4 p.m. on that Thursday, when he was also home alone.
I have not been in contact with another human being for the past day. I live alone. So how did I get exposed?
Cohn says it could be from his neighbor across the wall. The Wisconsin Department of Health Services says the technology doesn't distinguish between physical barriers, though it would make a signal weaker. But since the app doesn't track location, he can't say for sure.
This is completely anonymous.
After isolating, he ended up testing negative.
I can turn it off now, but I still haven't turned it off because I'm still weary. They're like, oh, I just want to know just in case.
Even though you can't tell for sure where that exposure came from, DHS encourages you to take these notifications seriously. Follow what the app says and self-monitor, isolate, and get tested.
An update now to breaking news from our 6 o'clock newscast. A suspect has been taken into custody after a threat was made to a Fort Atkinson business. Authorities were investigating the area on Madison Avenue, but cleared it just before 6 o'clock. Fort Atkinson police say they received a call to a threat to a business that turned out to be untrue.
Well, let's check in now with Chief Meteorologist Gary Canalti and our first warn forecast. Gary?
Well, we had a nice mild day today with plenty of sunshine. Temperatures are cooling off a bit tonight, but still, all in all, it was a great day. The time lapse from the WIC Skycam shows just how sunny it was. Another day with hardly any clouds around, and that was the big factor in getting our temperatures above what we had forecast yesterday. Low temperatures this morning started out in the lower 20s. A few places were in the upper teens, but high temperatures soared into the upper 40s to the middle 50s. Madison topped out at 51. Boscobel was as warm as 56. It was 54 in Lone Rock and 53 in La Crosse. But temperatures now have come down to the freezing mark in Madison, are a little bit below freezing to the north and east. Temperatures there are right around 30 degrees. And by tomorrow morning, we'll be down to the middle 20s with skies becoming mostly cloudy for a time overnight. And there might even be some patchy areas of fog. Tomorrow will be a partly sunny day, but it will be a little colder. High temperature back to 37, which is about average for this time of year. But more 50s are in the forecast, especially for the early part of next week. I'll have more details on weather in just a few minutes.
Vaccinations in Wisconsin continue to trend up as positive cases in the state decline. Health officials confirmed 539 new cases of the virus today, while nearly 35,000 doses of the COVID-19 vaccine were administered to Wisconsinites in the past day. Nearly 525,000, or 9% of Wisconsinites, have received both of their doses of a COVID vaccine. And in Dane County, nearly 67,000, or 12.2% of residents, have received both doses.
Wisconsin continues to be one of the best states when it comes to vaccinations, and today the governor tweeted out a photo saying Wisconsin is first in the upper Midwest for doses administered and third in the nation in percentage of doses administered as we near the 1 million vaccination mark. For the first time in nearly a year, patients in Madison hospitals will be allowed guests. Adam Duxter explains why, as more restrictions are peeled back, those in charge are cautiously optimistic.
For the last year, anyone coming to SSM Health, Meriter, or UW Hospital has done it alone.
The visitor restrictions have been one of the most difficult parts of this entire experience over the last year.
President of UW Hospitals, Rick Ransom, says it's a challenge that even after a year's time is still hard to get used to.
People don't come to hospitals and healthcare facilities because everything is going well. They're coming because they need help, they need care.
Beginning next Monday, however, that'll change as the hospital systems have agreed to let in one visitor for each patient. One of a number of changes in South Central Wisconsin just this week, as both Rock and Dane counties announced they're loosening their rules on gatherings in restaurants.
Hospitalizations are coming down. Deaths are definitely coming down.
UW professor Ajay Sethi says it's a sign mitigation and the vaccine are working. But he and other health officials are stressing tonight, if you're not vaccinated, you still have the risk of getting COVID and giving it to someone else.
The fact that cases are low in the community compared to what they were in November, they're not zero. There is going to be this balance moving forward. Things have loosened up, but we're not at business as usual.
But Ransom and hospital leaders say after nearly 365 days of patients being alone, this is a step in the right direction.
Things that we're seeing in trends in Wisconsin and nationwide are for sure a cause for optimism.
In Madison, Adam Duxter, News 3 Now.
Now, health officials say as more vaccines are completed, the less likely a second surge becomes. The Senate expected to take a first procedural vote on the COVID-19 relief bill tomorrow. It is expected to be a lengthier than usual process. Republican Senator Ron Johnson told a Wisconsin radio station he plans to make Senate clerks read the entire $1.9 trillion relief bill out loud. That could take about 10 hours. The reading of the bill is usually passed over, but it can be forced if a member calls for it.
A new report states the number of COVID cases inside nursing homes have dropped significantly. The American Healthcare Association and National Center for Assisted Living, which represents 14,000 facilities across the country, says cases in nursing homes have dropped to their lowest level since the government started tracking weekly COVID cases. Now, according to the report, nursing homes have seen an 82% drop in new cases when compared to last year's peak. Some health officials are concerned about a decline in COVID-19 testing. The COVID tracking project shows test rates have dipped 25% since mid-January. The CDC says those tests are critical to controlling the pandemic, even as vaccinations are getting underway. The agency points to case numbers that are plateauing and coronavirus variants that are spreading. The CDC is also back with its latest round of holiday guidance. St. Patrick's Day is coming up this month, so the agency is once again urging people to avoid party gatherings. The CDC writes the safest way to celebrate this year is to gather virtually or outside and at least 6 feet apart from others.
Next at 10, bond is now set at $2 million cash for Jason Kieski. He is the man charged with first-degree intentional homicide and burglary related to a home invasion and the shooting death of Keith Wolf in the town of Leeds in rural Columbia County. This was September 2019. According to the criminal complaint, Kieski told investigators he randomly picked a house to burglarize because he needed money. Says he told investigators he had never met the victim or even visited Columbia County before that night. Today, the judge called the homicide a, quote, random act of violence in the extreme. And we're also learning more about how Kieski was caught. West Allis police brought him in for questioning on an unrelated case. They gave him a face mask to wear during their interview. Afterwards, he threw it in the trash. Police were able to link DNA from that face mask to DNA left at the scene of the crime. Police say they also found a gun in Kieski's home that matched ballistic evidence from the crime. And today, News 3 Now also caught up with the victim's family after more than a year of waiting for answers. Keith's brother, Jesse Wolf, explains how he feels to finally have them.
It was good to finally know that, you know, I don't have to wait anymore to wonder. But it's just like, but I was waiting for the better feelings, like, you know, but it's still, you know, he's still gone.
Kieski scheduled back in court next month on April 23rd.
The White House says it is assessing the situation after rockets hit a military base in Iraq overnight that houses around 2,000 U.S.-led coalition troops. Video on social media shows the wreckage of what Iraqi forces believe was the launch pad to carry out today's rocket attack. The Pentagon says about 10 rockets were used against Al-Assad Air Base. It's the first attack since the U.S. struck Iran-backed militia targets in Syria last week.
We're identifying who's responsible, and we'll make judgments from that point.
The Pentagon says the base's missile defensive systems engaged during the attack, and there are no reports of injuries to U.S. service members. One American civilian contractor died from a heart attack. Today's attack targeted the same base that Iran struck in January of last year, injuring dozens of U.S. servicemen in what was the largest ever ballistic missile attack against Americans. That attack was in retaliation for the U.S.-directed drone strike that killed Iranian General Qasem Soleimani.
In Washington, the U.S. Capitol Police say they are aware of a threat made by a militia group to breach the Capitol complex tomorrow. As a result, more security measures are being put in place, and the House of Representatives has even canceled its session for tomorrow. March 4th, a significant date for far-right conspiracy theorists who believe former President Trump will return to power tomorrow. The threat comes nearly 2 months after the riots at the Capitol back on January 6th. A police department just north of Des Moines has confirmed that a live pipe bomb was discovered outside a polling place last night. That device was discovered yesterday by a passerby who reported it. While investigators were on scene, the Lakeside Center in Ankeny, Iowa, was also evacuated. The building was being used as a polling place for the city's special election. ATF is now on the scene for that investigation.
Still to come tonight, we'll let you know if these above-average temperatures will be sticking around. But first, President Biden takes on cancer, meeting with a bipartisan group to discuss efforts to beat the deadly disease. Stay with us.
Coffee shop owner who knows your order. The couple who saves your seats. The family down the street who greets you with a smile. They've been there for you. Now you can be there for them. Donate today and help our friends and neighbors keep their power on.
Step 1, build a new breed. Make it an SUV. Send it off-road. Send it to Baja. Then evolve, enhance, expand. Make it capable, smart, human. And then make more. Because the only way to predict the future is to build it. And the only way to build it is Ford Proud. Choose FlexBuy and get a 2020 Escape with 0% financing for 66 months. Plus $3,500 cash back. Only at your local Ford dealer.
Maintenance fee, ATM fee. Can I hide in your Ford?
Sure, but the Fort fee is 10 cookies.
Psst. Need a place to hide from fees? With a BMO Harris Smart Advantage account, you can get cash with nearly as many fee-free ATMs in the U.S. as the 3 largest banks combined, and no monthly maintenance fee.
Huh, did you hear that? No monthly maintenance fee.
Fort fees are subject to the governing bodies of the Fort.
She did not learn that from me.
When a bank helps you make real financial progress, that's the BMO effect. And right now, get a $200 bonus when you open a new BMO Harris Smart Advantage account.
Did you know that 178 million Americans are missing at least one tooth?
It's true. That's why at Affordable Dentures and Implants, we only focus on tooth replacement solutions.
Whether it's a single tooth, full dentures, or dental implants, we have an experienced dentist who can create a new smile just for you.
At a price that's affordable.
Because at Affordable Dentures and Implants, we want you to
go ahead and smile.
Whether you have a design emergency or you just want to shop the best furniture showroom in town, you need Dwellings, Madison's best kept secret for design and furniture. Shop our fabulous showroom, Hard Rock Road, Fitchburg.
Hey folks, Thursday morning, the story of a Wisconsin woman who's battling an aggressive form of breast cancer.
But it's how she's getting herself through it that's leaving a positive impact across the 608. The video you'll only see on News 3 Now this morning.
You're watching News 3 Now at 10.
Welcome back. Prepare yourself. Starting tomorrow, Facebook users will once again start seeing political ads as they scroll through their feeds. The social media giant says it plans to end its moratorium on those ads tomorrow. The ban on U.S. political advertising began in November, around the time of the 2020 elections. Platforms including Facebook are being scrutinized for social media's role in fanning the flames ahead of the siege on the Capitol on January 6th. Thousands more Americans now have health care under the Affordable Care Act. Federal data released today shows that more than 206,000 people signed up on the recently reopened federal exchange. In January, President Biden ordered the exchange opened for a special enrollment period. During the first 2 weeks, the number of signups nearly tripled. The special enrollment runs until May 15th. Most states also have extended their enrollment seasons.
President Biden met with a bipartisan group of lawmakers to talk about what's ahead for the Cancer Moonshot, the federal initiative that started under President Obama, and President Biden vowed to devote the rest of his life to bringing about an end to cancer. CBS's Skylar Henry is at the White House.
President Biden invited a group of bipartisan lawmakers to the Oval Office to talk about curing cancer.
Because I think we're on the cusp of some real breakthroughs across the board on cancer.
The issue is likely to become a focus of the president's post-pandemic health agenda. The American Cancer Society estimates there will be 1.9 million new cancer cases diagnosed in the U.S. this year, and more than 608,000 cancer deaths.
Cancer is personal for almost everybody.
It's a cause close to the president's heart. The Bidens lost their 46-year-old son, Beau, to brain cancer in 2015. President Biden spearheaded the Cancer Moonshot federal initiative as vice president during the Obama administration.
I'm going to devote the rest of my life to working on this.
Wednesday, he repeated a bold wish.
That I'd love to be the president to preside over the end of cancer as we know it.
The president and members of Congress are looking for ways to build on the work they've been doing and help end cancer. Skylar Henry, CBS News, the White House.
These are the folks.
Next at 10, gun retailers sold more firearms last month than in any February since 2016. That's according to data on FBI firearm sales and background checks released today. An estimated 1.39 million guns were sold last month. The National Shooting Sports Federation says that is the third highest for any February on record.
Global CO2 emissions have now rebounded to their pre-pandemic levels, and in some major economies even surpassed them. The International Energy Agency says governments around the world are missing an historic opportunity to build clean energy into their recovery packages. Global CO2 fell an estimated 6% last year. New tonight, the United States has received an overall grade of C- on infrastructure for 2021. That is according to the American Society of Civil Engineers, who has been releasing its scorecard every 4 years since 1998. The C- is actually a slight improvement for America. The group says this is the first time the nation's infrastructure has scored above the D range in 2 decades. The group evaluated the U.S. on 17 major categories, including aviation, roads, bridges, drinking water, energy, and schools.
More local news now. Some Dane County parks could be closing over the next few weeks due to frost. According to a news release, Dane County staff will be monitoring park facilities as warmer temperatures and rain can draw the frost out of the ground, making roadways, trails, dog parks, and grassy areas wet, soft, and easily damaged. Well, today, a great day to be outdoors as March, Gary, kind of come in like a lamb. It's been beautiful.
Yeah, temperatures have been above normal, and today they were significantly above normal thanks to highs that were in the lower 50s here in Madison. As we take a look at 3 things you need to know, we're back to slightly colder weather for tomorrow. Even though it'll be sunny, high temperatures will drop back into the upper 30s. We'll be around 40 for Friday and Saturday, and then temperatures will jump back into the 50s, especially Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday of next week. And then showers will arrive probably by Tuesday afternoon, Tuesday night into Wednesday and Thursday. Snow depth, you can watch it. This is just over the last 24 hours. Okay, you can see how most of the snow confined to Minnesota, Wisconsin, northern Iowa. But just over the last 24 hours, you can see how a lot of that has started to shrink away thanks to the warm temperatures. And still, it was enough to keep our temperatures, while milder than normal, in the 40s and 50s compared to the 60s and 70s that you saw just about everywhere else across the Midwest. So once we get rid of that snow, we'll see even milder conditions ahead. On weather track, very little happening across the country tonight. We're in a very stable weather pattern with a basic west to east flow in the jet stream across much of the country. That's keeping everything pretty dry. The main storm track it's kind of spread out through the country as a whole, so we're not seeing any concentrated areas of energy, and we're not seeing much of a southerly component to the winds that would draw moisture out of the Gulf of Mexico. The one exception is out west. There's a little wiggle in the jet stream here that's spinning up a storm, bringing some rain and snow into the southwestern part of the country. But other than that, about 90% of the country was dry today, and that's kind of unusual for this time of year. A cold front did come through late this afternoon and has dropped to our south. Winds have shifted to the northeast. Our temperatures have gone back to normal, although we saw a little more dramatic drop in temperatures right along the Lake Michigan shoreline, especially this afternoon, where temperatures went from the upper 40s and lower 50s into the upper 30s over a couple of hour time period. Now the coldest temperature still in the eastern portion of the state near Lake Michigan, right around 30 degrees, whereas inland areas are mainly in the 30s, mid to upper 30s across southwestern and south central Wisconsin. On future track, skies will turn partly cloudy overnight. We'll see some patchy areas of fog, but it will be partly sunny for tomorrow. With that northeasterly wind flow, that'll keep high temperatures in the upper 30s. Tomorrow night, with generally clear skies and light winds, we'll see our temperatures drop into the middle to upper teens. But on Friday, we'll be back to sunny skies. Even though the winds will be out of the north, they won't be off of the lake. It'll be mainly right through the center part of the state where a lot of that snow cover is shrinking, so temperatures will be back to around 40. We'll see similar conditions for Saturday, and then on Sunday, those winds become a little more southerly and temperatures start to take off. So for tomorrow, we drop back to 37 degrees for a high with partly sunny skies, and the 7 to 10 day forecast calls for highs around 40 Friday and Saturday, upper 40s on Sunday as those winds pick up out of the south. Could be a slight chance for a shower Sunday night into Monday morning. Then temperatures take another jump up into the 50s for Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. We'll see some showers late Tuesday, showers, perhaps even a thunderstorm on Wednesday. Showers will end on Thursday morning. The next weather system starts out as some showers on Friday afternoon, and then maybe mixes with or changes to snow Friday night before ending on Saturday of next week. Temperatures then will be back closer to normal.
All right, inching towards spring. Gary, thank you. And still to come tonight, at the last 2 test flights ended with explosions. We'll see if SpaceX was able to successfully pull it off tonight. The video next.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
Hey, there's a new cow in town, Wisco. Crazy good pizza, wings, and custom-made mac and cheese from a new virtual kitchen and your friends at Monk's Bar and Grill. For takeout or delivery 7 days a week. Order the goodness today at WiscoPizza.com.
At American Family Insurance, we've always protected more than what you drive. We've protected and supported the dreams that drive you. Right now, that means extending our 10% savings on auto premium for all current and new auto customers through March, so you can get a little closer to your dream. Whether your dream is discovering new roads and new limits, or supporting that dream. American Family Insurance. Insure carefully. Dream fearlessly.
Lower than low prices? Then get more ways to save at Pick and Save, where you can find personalized coupons, weekly deals, and rewards like fuel points. All for prices that are lower than low. On food that's fresher than fresh. Pick and Save. Fresh for everyone.
At US Cellular, we believe everyone deserves 5G. So we're building our powerful 5G network for the millions of Americans who live outside of New York and LA, like teachers in Madison and small business owners in Rockford. That's why we've included 5G on all plans, no extra charge for everyone, whether you're working or playing. All US Cellular plans include 5G, no extra charge. Get the new Samsung Galaxy S21 5G free with no hidden requirements. US Cellular.
Imagine yourself in a new Toyota.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Sweet. With great deals, get ready to turn your dreams into reality.
Hurry in, because right now you can get $1,500 customer cash on a spacious new 2021 Highlander or Highlander Hybrid.
Ready, set, go get your Toyota today.
Toyota, let's go places.
Looking for the best brands, the best selection, all at the best prices? Then Denver Mattress has you covered. And during the 4-day super sale, the more you buy, the more you save. Save $100 on every $1,000 you spend. Check out the Summit Firm for only $249.99. Or get a free $300 gift when you purchase a new Tempur-Pedic. Plus 5 years no interest and free shipping right to your door. Shop the best of the best at the best prices. Only at Denver Mattress. The easiest way to get the right mattress.
Hey, there's a new cow in town, Whisk-Cow. Crazy good pizza, wings, and custom-made mac and cheese from a new virtual kitchen and your friends at Monk's Barn Grill. For takeout or delivery 7 days a week. Order the goodness today at whiskcowpizza.com.
You're watching News 3 Now at 10.
We have some breaking news. House Democrats have approved sweeping voting and ethics legislation. The bill was approved tonight on a party line of 220 to 210 vote. It would restrict partisan gerrymandering of congressional districts, strike down hurdles to voting, and bring transparency to a murky campaign finance system that allows wealthy donors to anonymously bankroll political causes. It now goes to the Senate.
SpaceX appears to be getting a little closer to its goal when it comes to one of its prototype rockets. Tonight in Texas, another high-altitude test. After leaving the launch pad, the rocket traveled 6 miles into the air, tipped over on its side, and started falling back to Earth as planned. As it reached the ground, the rocket flipped back vertically and then made its successful pinpoint landing. Unfortunately, a few minutes after that successful landing, the rocket exploded while on the pad. Now, it was the company's third high-altitude Starship test flight and its first successful landing. And despite that explosion, the landing marks a major milestone for SpaceX. Potawatomi Hotel and Casino in Milwaukee testing out some new safety technology as people start returning. The screening technology named Evolve Express is similar to walking through a metal detector, but it's built to detect weapons without needing guests to walk through individually. The system can also detect elevated body temperature, which is a feature installed when the pandemic hit. Potawatomi now one of the first casinos in the country to utilize that technology.
Wedding season is going to look a lot different this year, and industry professionals are working to adapt. According to the wedding website The Knot, 35% of couples who had upcoming weddings have postponed it to this year or even later, all because of COVID. And that means getting your wedding gown should happen sooner rather than later, according to Tori Lee, a sales manager at Vero Bridal.
Weekends are filling up so fast right now. So I would say for a bride who maybe does want to bring a larger group, weekdays are amazing.
Popular wedding venues are also booked for most of the year, like the Burr Oak, a popular Madison wedding location. A spokesperson says dates are filling up fast in 2021 and even starting to book next year.
The Madison Children's Museum is making upgrades to encourage kids to get out and play. They're building a brand new outdoor play space. Should be open by midsummer. It'll include places to climb, a performance space, plus a nearly 200-year-old log cabin that the museum has used to teach about pioneer living and agricultural work. Heritage Movers is taking on the challenge of lifting up the whole structure and putting it into storage while the outdoor play space is constructed. Then we'll be right back.
The iconic Chula Vista Resort, Wisconsin's most complete resort experience. 80,000 square feet of indoor water park fun. Loads of other fun kids love. Hundreds of completely renovated rooms. Take a break at the iconic Chula Vista Resort.
Menards makes updating your shower as easy as 1, 2, 3 with CW Select Doors and Hardware. It's the elegant and durable way to customize your bathroom. All CW Select shower products are 11% off. Finish your bathroom project with a Delta shower faucet. Delta shower faucets are expertly manufactured and have a selection of finishes to complement your new look. Get 11% off all Delta faucets right now at Menards.
Save big money at Menards.
It's time to upgrade your downtime. It's time for Stressless. Now at the Century House. Go from one grade of leather to a higher one for free. Or save $300 on Stressless Sunrise recliners. Don't wait. Save hundreds on Stressless comfort. At the Century House, 3420 University Avenue in Madison.
A nursing home promises to care for our parents as cherished loved ones. But if your parents have been injured in a nursing home, we can help. Habish, Habish, and Rotier. We fight for what's right.
That's not bacon. It's sausage.
Whoa.
Behold, Johnsonville sausage strips. Sausage that looks and cooks like bacon. It's a meaty miracle. Find them in the bacon section, even though they're sausage.
I grew up working in my family's supper clubs. This is where it started with us as far as the fish that we serve at Culver's today. We source the finest cod and batter each fillet by hand and always cook it to order. That beautiful golden brown color and flaky on the inside. The fish fry is a Midwest tradition. It's about families coming together. I love bringing this tradition to guests everywhere. Mom and Dad would be proud. Welcome to Delicious.
Step 1, build a new breed. Make it an SUV. Send it off-road. Send it to Baja. Then evolve, enhance, expand. Make it capable, smart, human. And then make more. Because the only way to predict the future is to build it. And the only way to build it is Ford Proud. Choose FlexBuy and get a 2020 Escape with 0% financing for 66 months. Plus $3,500 cash back. Only at your local Ford dealer.
The iconic Chula Vista Resort, Wisconsin's most complete resort experience. 80,000 square feet of indoor water park fun. Loads of other fun kids love. Hundreds of completely renovated rooms. Take a break at the iconic Chula Vista Resort.
You're watching News 3 Now at 10.
And we go back to Gary. One final check of the forecast.
Temperatures right now right around the freezing mark here in Madison. We're right at 32 degrees. Still 43 in Mineral Point, but most other areas seeing temperatures in the low to mid 30s. By tomorrow morning, we'll be in the middle 20s with skies becoming mostly cloudy for a while. And there might even be a little patchy fog. Tomorrow we'll see sunshine return. High temperature at 37. Be around 40 for Friday and Saturday. Upper 40s on Sunday. And then temperatures are in the 50s for the first part of next week.
All right, Gary, thanks. Thanks for joining us tonight for News 3 Now at 10.
Do something good, be well, and we'll see you back here tomorrow.